Hello, it's Victoria from Coastal Themes, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make an animated progress line a little bit like this one, where the line is filled as it scrolls down the page. And it's super easy, super quick, and you can use it vertically or in a horizontal line. So you can kind of take this application and make it your own, change up the settings and apply it in a different place. So we will jump back to our frame, and you can see I've got two frames here organized in a stack. So what you do want to do is create a new stack, make sure it has a layout with a vertical direction, and inside that stack you're going to have as many different frames or stacks that you need. So I have 2 steps here. I'm going to add a third step, so I have 3 separate stacks. So step 1, step 2, and step 3. And those stacks will be horizontally organized. So create your horizontally organized stack. The frame on the left-hand side, so I've got 2 columns. The frame on the left is going to be where my progress bar sits, and the frame on the right is where my copy and my content's going to sit. I've just used some holding text, but you can include images, whatever you need if you're doing a progress bar similar to this one. So what I'm actually going to do is just copy the settings directly from here. So I've got a frame and a stack, and this whole thing has some padding. So let's go see that. So I've got padding on the left of 200 pixels, padding on the right of 200 pixels, and 24 on the top and the bottom. Also, I've made the width of the progress bar frame around 7%. You can make this wider or slimmer depending on how thick your progress bar is going to be. And then I'm just going to apply a layout to the right hand frame so I can align text in here. So let's drop some text in. So you can simply add text as normal, or you can drop in like so. And then we're going to left align this, distribute it to be at the start, and we'll remove the background color. So now these look the same. And then we're going to work on this frame. We're going to add a layout direction of vertical, and we're going to drop in the number, and it's not going to be 2, it's going to be 3. And then we're going to grab this frame. So what you actually want to do, I'll recreate it for you, is create a new frame. I'm going to make the width about 4 and the height to fill. And then, so I have this frame, and what I want to do is create another frame within it. So click F or create the frame there. And now you can see I've got this frame. So this is the progress line, and this is the progress frame. And we want the progress line, the width to fill. So I'll just match it manually. And we want it to be 0 at the top, 0 on the left, and 0 on the right for the positioning, so it sits at the top. And you want the height to be the same height as the frame it's in, which is, we'll change this to fixed 242. So height 242. So now, if I remove this background color, you can see we have this frame inside the other frame. Let's just match the colors. And this frame behind, we're going to give it a lower opacity so that this darker frame fills into the one with lower opacity. So now if I preview, you can see these ones are all working. This one is just kind of static because we haven't done anything to it yet. So let's get to the animation bit. So what we want to do first is click on the stack or the row that this is all in. So I've got 1, 2, 3, clicking on the third one, and we're going to scroll down to scroll section. So you can see here, if you hover over the information, scroll sections allow you to link from any other point on the page to scroll to a particular section. Rather than creating a new page or using code, you can just add a tag to this particular section and scroll to it. But we can also use it as a reference point. So we're going to click plus, and we're going to call this scroll 3. and we'll leave offset Y at 0. So now we're going to jump into this progress bar, the fill bar, so that's the frame inside the frame. And we're going to come to effects, and we're going to click scroll transformation. So the trigger of this animation is going to be on scroll, section in view. So we can choose the section is going to be scroll 3 because that is the name of this row. So when the viewport is in the middle, so we're going to choose center viewport. When the viewport is in the middle of this frame, then this transformation is going to occur. So what is the transformation? The transformation is this dark blue bar coming into the light blue bar and filling it. So make sure that the opacity is 1, the scale is 1. We can adjust its Y coordinates and its offset to kind of come in from above. So we're going to make this 242, which would put it at the bottom. So we're going to make it minus 242, which would put it above here. So you can see kind of the outline of it is above. And then 2 is all going to be the same. It's going to be 1 opacity, 1 scale, and the offset's going to be 0, 0 because it's going back to its original position. So we've got we've got 2, and we've got the trigger, which is when scroll 3, the section scroll 3 is in view, in the center of the viewport, this transformation occurs. So let's preview it and see if we're happy. So we've got our first 2, that's step 1, step 2, and okay, so we've got an issue. So step 3 isn't filling because there's actually nothing below it. The page can't scroll any further. So let's just duplicate a frame. We'll duplicate 2. There we go. So that the page is a bit longer. So let's try that again. So we've got step 1, step 2, and step 3. There we go. So that is a really quick and easy way for you to create an animated progress line. Again, you can use this vertically, you can create a horizontal line, and you can trigger it for any section. So you could have a sticky line at the top and trigger it to fill depending on what section is coming into view in the rest of the page. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions or you want us to do kind of a variation of this type of animation effect, then do drop a comment below and I will get back to you, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!